Hi, as you can see, Matt's not here. We just watched Scream, so you know what that means. Right on cue. Hold on. Hello?
Who is this?
You know who this is, and I know it's you, Matt. He called from your phone. Get in here so we can do our video.
Don't hang up on me.
Bye. What?
I told you not to hang up on me.
Did you know that was me? Like on Scream. You remember that scene?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hello everyone, I'm Matt.
I'm Brian, and we're the Retro Sons.
I guess I won't need this anymore.
You know it's obvious what you're gonna do, right? He told me to wait in here with my phone out.
No, I didn't think you'd know.
Well, I knew.
It's not like I do it every time. That's right, we're talking about the 1996 Scream.
That one's a classic. I think
Yeah,
I say that about a lot of movies, but
Yeah, but this one is.
it really is.
It started like a whole new genre of horror movie. Like kind of making fun of the genre. Which was new when this movie came out. They haven't really done that before.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of self-aware,
Yeah,
kind of. And a good twist in this one.
yeah. Yeah, like we said in the last one, like you don't know who the killer is. It could be anyone or it could be none of them. Well, I mean, not none of them, but you know what I mean. Like,
Right. Like they really...
like anybody in the movie could have been the killer. They didn't. They do really good at hiding who it actually is.
And because there was two of them, they could like throw you off the scent.
Yeah, you didn't know there was two killers until the end, the very end. So they could make it seem like someone wasn't the killer.
During the reveal, didn't they say that they didn't have a motive? That motive was outdated or something, but they did have a motive.
Yeah, they said they didn't have one, but they did.
Right. I don't know that Stu had a motive. I think he just wanted to go along with it. He didn't.
Yeah, they didn't really say if he had a motive. I think he, like you said, he was just going along with it.
Right.
But
Probably because he liked scary movies, so he kind of liked the idea of
yeah,
living in one.
and Matt Lillard is it?
Yeah,
He was a good choice for Stu.
he was.
He's kind of crazy and funny.
He played the part perfectly.
Yeah, and it is an all-star cast. It's Nev Campbell and
Courtney Cox.
David. What is his name?
David Arquette.
David Arquette. Yeah.
Skeet Ulrich. Was that Billy?
Yeah, I think so. And
Henry Winkler.
yeah, Henry Winkler. He had a funny part in it.
Yeah.
I like Henry Winkler and everything he said now.
I like the announcement when he's like, "Remember, your principal loves you." But
Yeah.
then later he's like cussing out those kids for pulling that prank,
Yeah, and
running through the school with the.
Yeah, he expels both of them. But it is a really funny movie. Like
Yeah.
it's a horror movie, but
It's more funny than scary, I think. Though.
yeah, I don't think movies are scary anyways. But
Yeah. That could be because it's so old and we know it's coming.
Yeah.
So the scare factor isn't.
yeah, it could be. Drew Barrymore's in this movie too. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
to mention her. She's in like the very first scene.
Which we kind of reenacted here
Yeah,
in our own way.
yeah, in her own weird way.
But that's why we do it. That's what we do.
Yeah. But like we said, you really don't know who the killer is through the whole movie, and I like movies like that. Like you can never figure out who the killers are in the Scream movies until the very end, and you don't know why, but it kind of all falls into place once they tell you and why they're doing it and everything. But yeah, so Sidney Bristow's mother was killed a year before this movie started.
Sidney Prescott.
Yeah,
and
Sidney.
Bristow from
Alias.
Alias.
Yeah. Sidney Prescott, yeah. And yeah, her mother dies, and you find out later that it was the main killer's. Well, I'm not explaining this well at all.
Her boyfriend at the time, Billy Loomis.
Yeah, Billy Loomis.
He's just doing it because I think her mother
Cheated.
broke up. Yeah.
Yeah, broke his parents up. I'm really not explaining this well. Maybe you should take over.
So her mother slept with his father and broke up his family, and he wanted to get revenge. So I think he killed her a year prior to the events of this movie, framed that one guy somehow, Cotton Weary.
Yeah, Cotton Weary.
So he gets arrested and accused by Sydney for the murders. She somehow witnessed it. I'm not
Yeah,
clear on that. But now I'm not explaining it well.
Yeah.
It's a simple plot, but it's hard to
Yeah,
explain.
it's hard to explain. It is a good movie though. But there's revenge and payback and all this sort of stuff in it,
Yeah.
which you don't know until the end. But it all comes together good in the end. We're not really painting a good picture here of it, but
Yeah, but most of you have probably seen it anyway if you clicked into this video.
yeah. And if you haven't seen it, you really should watch it.
Felt simpler than the rest of the movies. Like they get longer and
More
more.
convoluted. But like I said, they all do come together in the end, and it's all clear why they're murdering people and what's happening.
Yeah, because they don't give you all the facts until the end, the big reveal.
Yeah. But then once you know it, all the facts kind of were there, but you had to piece them together.
Yeah, right.
But they do it in such a way that like you can't really piece it together until you know who the killer is and what's going on. And they do that really well in the entire series, not just this movie. But this one really started it off strong, I think.
And I feel like Sydney had a good little character growth because in the beginning it seemed like she was just this meek little,
Helpless girl.
right, and didn't want any intimacy with her boyfriend because of the events of
Yeah.
surrounding her mother's murder. And then she has to end up fighting off the killers and defending herself.
Yeah.
So she goes
Yeah, she's a lot stronger than she thought she was.
right. Another thing I noticed about this movie I wanted to point out. I don't know how long the runtime is, but it feels like it's not.
111 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that long. It just seems like it goes
Yeah.
real quick. It goes from
Yeah,
situation
it's got
to
good
situation.
pacing.
Yeah,
Really good pacing.
I guess that's what I wanted to say. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so as far as horror movies go, like I'm not the biggest horror movie fan, but I love the entire Scream series. Like they're the best, probably the best horror series I've seen.
Yeah, I agree with that. Probably
And
my
the reason
favorites.
is there's a lot of comedy and like I like movies that make you think. And this one you thinking through the whole time, like it could be him for this reason, it could be them for this reason.
Yeah,
You don't really know who it is, and you can kind of piece like every single character, like they have a reason why it could be them or why it couldn't be them.
and they do make references. They talk about other horror movies that, like Halloween and
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
And they
and all
poke
that.
fun at tropes of horror movies,
Yeah,
which
it
I like. Like
feels like these ones are rooted more in reality.
when Sydney's talking to the murderer at the beginning, she's like, I hate horror movies because instead of running out the front door, they run up the stairs. And like, she tries to run out the front door, but it's locked, so she can't get out. So she ends up running up the stairs, like poking fun at the trope in the movie right after she said it.
Yeah,
It's just really good at, I don't know, I think it's clever how they do stuff like that in these movies.
and like I said, as it goes on, it gets more not convoluted, but not really. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, like the reason they're kind of all linked together, but it's murkier. Like,
Yeah. And things do get a bit more outlandish, like
yeah,
the killers take more punishment than an actual normal human could.
yeah, they do take quite a bit in this one. I mean, one of them got 2 beer bottles broken over him, and he kept coming.
That's true, yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone would. I don't think a beer bottle would break on a human body like that if it was thrown at it. But
No, probably not.
but it's still good. You gotta have some disbelief for a horror movie.
Right. For almost any movie, you have to have disbelief.
Yeah. No, I don't know what is his name. The guy that likes horror movies in this one.
Oh, Randy.
Yeah, Randy.
Randers.
Yeah.
Not his nickname in the movie, just.
Yeah, he gives like horror movie rules, and like they break all of them in this movie, and the ones that do end up dying. So not all of them, but like seems like they break all the rules, and every time they do,
Yeah.
so they kind of poke holes in regular horror movies, and they make fun of it, but in a good way. Like it's funny and interesting, and it makes you think. And I think that's the reason I like these movies so much. I've said it over and over again, but it is a really good movie. I like when movies can like make fun of themselves and still make it good and interesting and make you think.
Yeah, it is good when movies can do that. I like that about it too. And like I said, these are my favorite horror movies.
And Freddy Krueger was in this,
Yeah,
and his name was even Fred.
yeah, he was wearing the sweater. He was
Yeah,
the janitor
he
at
was
the
janitor at the high school,
high school.
which is also funny. They kind of break the fourth wall, but not really, which is also, I like when they do that too.
Yeah, there were some, I don't know, plot holes or something. I guess like the curfew for the kids at 9
Yeah,
when the shop was closing down in the broad daylight and like closed for curfew.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
things
like
that.
Sydney fell asleep at 6:30 and woke up at 7, and it was pitch black out. But then the curfew was at 9, and it was bright sunshine still at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
But I mean, nobody would really even notice that, but us, I don't think.
no.
But still, there's little plot holes, but nothing too crazy for a movie. It's still very good.
Right.
So let us know if you've ever seen Scream, what your favorite Scream movie is. Let us know what your favorite horror franchise is. I mean, ours is Scream, or mine is anyways. I don't know
Yeah,
what his is.
It's Scream.
It's Scream. Yeah, so let us know down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. And
We'll see you in the future.
Talk more about the past.